Hey, Scrapper Names fans, welcome back to a new process video. Today is a Project Life spread documenting my nephew's 5th birthday last year. So he is right before Christmas, and here in Australia it is nice hot throes of summer by then, in late December. So yes, there's some pool pictures in here as well because his dad, who's a big kid at heart, got them a water slide, and I feel that him and my son may have enjoyed it much more than the younger kids. So today I'm using a mix of bits and pieces from my stashes of things. I have, I think a lot of it, may be some Inky Quill printables, because I knew she had a couple of birthday themed ones. So I had sitting in my little folder. So I went through and found some of those, as well as, obviously you can see it's very blue. So he had a Thomas the Tank Engine, because he loves his trains, themed birthday party. So yes, there's lots of blue in this spread. But yes, so printables, lots of bits and pieces. So that piece of paper that I backed the photo onto for this card was literally just sitting on my desk from, I had chopped it up previously in another project a few weeks ago, and that was just sitting to the side of me. So I was like, yeah, this looks okay. I wanted something to break. To me, the photo sort of sat almost, into the card, if that makes sense. So I needed something, I felt, a border around the photo, just to sort of go, hey, I'm here, I'm separate to the card kind of thing. So I went with that pinky sort of colour, because there are some pink tones throughout the spread. And by the end of it, I sort of look back and go, I did have a bit of a colour scheme in my head, and then I kind of just went for it. So there's all bits and pieces in there. I wanted, again, that 5 because it's his 5th birthday, but again, it looked too, the white is just too stark. There wasn't enough blue. It just, to me, blended too much into the card. So I backed it, as you can see, onto a little piece of, again, that pattern paper, scrap paper, sitting on my desk to, cut around the edge a little bit, just to give that number 5 a bit of a photo mat, I guess. There's no real title card, mainly because, to me, it's pretty obvious what we were doing, or what we were celebrating, and what the whole theme of the day kind of thing was. So I didn't feel it needed a big, hey, it's 5th birthday party. So I have put in printable, I think it says, it's your birthday, you superstar, sorry. So I went with that one. There was a couple of different little phrase bits there that you could use. I could use from the printables, but I went with that one. Now, I had to fluff around, that's why that was cut out, because I couldn't remember for the life of me where I had put my enamel dots when I rearranged and reorganised as such my craft room. So they're sitting on a trolley, sitting next to me, my little Rascog next to me, right down the bottom, buried amongst other stuff, of course. So I was like, where on earth did I put them? I did dead sets, maybe spent a minute or so trying to figure out where on earth they were, and then I found them. So yay. And they're in that pouch there. How I missed it is beyond me. Now, I use lots of these little sprinkly bits, using them up, but just to add a little bit more pops of colour throughout. As I said, it looks very blue, so a lot of the cards will have these just to add a bit of cohesiveness, but just to add some little subtle pops of colour throughout the spread as well. And, of course, in majority of the groups of 3. Actually, I think there might be some 2s as well. So this card got me. So you can see I keep going to do something and think I'm finished and come back. So like this last thing is draw a border. As I said, to me, I don't know how to explain it. It just looked flat. and so even the black border just made it pop that little bit more. Now this card, you can see it's got congratulations, but I love the colour pattern through it, and I really kind of liked the stars on the edge, and then like the ray burst things around the congratulations, but I didn't need the congratulations, so I am covering it up with my photo, which doesn't completely cover it. So now I'm playing around with how I could cover the congratulations without covering the sunburst ray things. So very technical process. Do trim down the photo a fair bit, and I think I was in a really fussy mood. You'll see me fluff around with cutting. Sometimes I can, see, here, it's not straight. Now there's times where I'm just like, I don't care, whatever. But there's other times, like when I filmed this the other day, I was like, yeah, no, it needs to be straight. And I do that a couple of times. I don't know if it's in this spread or in a couple other videos I did after this, but I had to have it straight. I don't know why. Don't know why. So before I put the camera on, I obviously had gone through, you would have seen at the beginning, and picked out all the cards and things that I wanted to put in there and how I was going to do them. I also pulled out some bits and pieces from my stash that was sitting around me, as I said, printables, those sorts of things, as to things that I thought I might want to add to this layout, either through the colours in it. So originally I was going with things like blues as the predominant colour, then like there's some greens from like the grass and things like that in the background of the water slide, there's a little bit of red, all of that. So I sort of went with that and just worked with that. Yeah, I guess you could say, worked outwards, because in the end it's kind of a free-for-all. Didn't bother making you sit through me putting this little, title that's not a title on this photo, and then I couldn't figure out where to journal, and I thought along the side would be something of a bit interest, that I didn't think I'd left enough space. I didn't want to sort of put it right at the end of the word fun and, yada, yada, yada. So I thought, why not? Let's put it there along the side. Make it different. More sprinkly bits. And I did add some black, look, there's a black heart and a black asterisk that were from that Alphas set. That is a really awesome Alphas set too. I think I got it in one of my last Kitaholic kits. Might be Doodlebug. But there's so many Alphas. It's fantastic. Multiples of each letter. It's awesome. It'll be the alphabet sticker sheet that just keeps on giving. Now, this card was really easy, and I loved the little sentiment on it. And this is all I do for it, is a doodly border and a couple of little sprinkly bits, enamel dots, shapes, and that one's done. Nice and easy. Now, I don't have to, like this one, I could have just left the photo, but I did want to, I did end up wanting to put a bit of a label on it, and so now I'll go through and try and figure that out. But you don't have to. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory. But in saying that, for me, I wanted to, because the cake was amazing. My sister, who had help, I think, made this. So it's Thomas the Tank Engine and his 2 carriages, I think. And they were just, I don't know how she did it, but they were amazing. It looked awesome. Tasted great. And there was cake for days. I think I brought some home with us. But she just did an amazing job. Very, very lucky little boy with his birthday cake there. They had like licorice pieces and freckles. And I think in the carriages there was like lollies and stuff. I think there was Maltesers. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it was super awesome. Super, super awesome. All right, so just put, as I said, a little label there just to, highlight the fact that it's an awesome cake. Some little word pieces, and then, again, I think put some little enamel dots. Now, this photo, yet again, probably didn't have to embellish it or anything, but there was a lot of negative space from where I tried to take a photo of the banner that says, birthday, blah, 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 and then the table that has like the food and stuff like that. So as you can see, I do end up popping a little label in the middle here just to fill in that big gap. To me, it just looked like a really big, big bit of real estate there that had nothing there to share. Sorry, words are not working. It is late at night, and all of a sudden I am feeling buggered. But all good. Now this card, as you can see, lots of different colours, but lots of colours that fitted into the colour scheme as such of the spread. So I loved it, and I liked that I laid the photo down, and whilst yes, it's a fair chunk that it covers up, there's still little pops of the most key sort of colours popping out from the edges. So I thought that was really cool. This is just a photo of my daughter and one of my nieces. She took a bit to warm up, but then she just adored my daughter and was following her around and playing, and it was very cute. Very, very cute. So just popping. This, again, doesn't need a lot. Bit of a phrase sticker. Yep, think I add some. As I said, I'm using up these. I was on a mission. I thought I'm going to use a fair chunk of these. I actually had a bit of a goal in my head with these heart ones as to how many I'd be able to get, because they were in like rows, like there's 2 lots of each colour. I was like, I'm going to see if I can use it all. Now, I do apologise, and I've actually noticed with some of the subsequent videos from this that the tail end of my video cuts off, and I can't for the life of me figure out why, because I'm certain the camera didn't shut off. So I do apologise that there's a little bit missing, but here's the close-ups of the last bits of the project there down the bottom. Are those 2 cards you can see where I've used printables again just to back the photos. And yeah, some close-ups of the rest of the spread. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. My next video will be another installment of my Stash Down Saturday series using up printables. So stay tuned for that one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.